Okay, I have here another problem from the UNSW Accelerate Competition 2021. This is problem 14. We need to find the next number in this sequence: 1, 1, 16, 81, 625, 4096. Then what comes next? Okay, these are an interesting kind of problem. There's not really one way to do this because you have to kind of get a sense of what the pattern is, and that can be difficult in some cases. There was a couple things that jumped out right away. Was that like having 1, 1, that's kind of like the Fibonacci sequence because it's kind of weird just to have the same number. So you know that we're not just like multiplying by 2 or something. But then looking at the rest of it, the thing that jumps out here is these are all whole numbers to the 4th power. But then even going back to the beginning of the sequence, 1 can be written as 1 to the 4th. And then the next one can be written as 1 to the 4th. This can be written as 2 to the 4th. 81 is the same as 3 to the 4th. 625 can be written as 5 to the 4th. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 496, that's 64 squared. That's the same as 8 to the 4th. So what comes next? Well, I'm definitely going to think that it's something to the 4th because everything's to the 4th power. But there's something really suspicious about these bases. If we just look at this sequence, ignoring the exponent for a moment, we have 1, 1, 2. Well, 1 plus 1 is 2. And then our next base is going to be 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then our next base is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Well, it turns out that this sequence where we're just adding the previous two numbers, this is the Fibonacci sequence. And so to get the next number in this series after 8, we just add the previous two numbers, 5 and 8, gives me 13. So this will actually make sense if our next number is 13 to the 4th. But 13 to the 4th, we want to get this the way these other ones are. So 13 to the 4th, this is the same thing as 13 squared, which is 169 squared, which is actually going to be 28561. So we'll just write that down as our solution, just 28561. Okay, thought it was a pretty fun problem. Now, one thing this requires is kind of being able to recognize these common powers, like recognizing that 625 is 5 to the 4th, or 4096 is 8 to the 4th. I have a couple good quizzes on this related to calculating squares and then powers and roots. So I'll provide a link in the description if you want to check that out. It's kind of good for just getting used to being able to do these kind of things quickly. So we'll stop it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day.